afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My story is Esther, from the book of Esther, and I want you guys to bear with me because it's a whole book and my story is long. But I'm not apologizing because it's her story. Esther story starts with King Xerxes, and he was a Persian king, and he had banished his wife because she didn't obey him. He had summoned her, and she didn't obey, so she was banished. Once he did not have a queen, he sent his advisors advised him to get a new queen. So all the virgins of the lands were collected for the king, and Esther was one of those virgins. Esther was an orphan raised by her uncle Mordecai, and that's who raised her. That's who presented her to the kingdom to be one of the virgins for the king. So all of these virgins that were summoned to the kingdom were prepared for the king. They were beautified. Esther was known for her beauty. It's one of the big things they emphasized in her story. She was the beauty queen. And she was very quickly favored by the king's servant who was in charge of the virgins. And she was presented to the king pretty quickly. And he did favor her as well, and he decided to make her his queen. Esther was now the queen, and the king had an advisor, Haman, who was very revered by everyone. I'm going to get there. He was very revered by everyone, and because he was the advisor of the king, everyone, paid him praise and honor. So Haman came across one man who would not honor him, and that was Mordecai, who was Esther's uncle, and he wanted to punish Mordecai because he didn't honor him in all audacity. So he wanted Mordecai punished, but to punish him alone was not enough. He found out Mordecai was a Jew, so he decided that all Jews should be punished. And because he was an advisor of the king, he brought it to the king in a way that it was all the Jews that should be punished. He told the king, there's this group of people that don't obey you, they don't follow your laws. And using his power as the king's advisor, he put out a decree saying that all the Jews should be slaughtered and killed. This decree went out through all the lands, and Mordecai immediately reacted to hearing this decree since he was a Jew as well. When Mordecai heard of the decree, he vanished his clothes, he put on rags, essentially, and stood outside the gates of the kingdom and cried out the injustice that was happening, that all the Jews were going to be killed. Esther quickly found out through her servants that Mordecai was out there crying, and she wanted to know why. Why is he out there crying? What's going on? So her servants come back. She sent the servant, and he told the servant, tell her, they're going to kill all our people. You need to tell her she needs to save us. She needs to go talk to the king. The servant tells Esther this, and Esther was terrified. This king did not accept anyone just coming to talk to him, not even his wife. The first wife was already banished for not listening. She was scared. And she sent back that word to Mordecai. I'm scared. If you approach him and he don't want to see you, he's going to kill me. So he told the servant to tell her, who are you to think that you are above being one of the ones that would be killed? You're a Jew as well. You are just like us. It's your people that are going to be slaughtered. And maybe you were made for a time like this. You were put in this position to be able to be that person that can speak out for our people. The servant goes back and tells Esther what Mordecai said, his message, and she revered her uncle. That's who raised her. She was an orphan. He raised her. He presented her there. And she told the servant, you're right. Let's fast for 3 days and 3 nights. I'm going to fast. My servants are going to fast. And I need you to tell all our people to fast and pray for 3 days and 3 nights. And after that, I'm going to go talk to the king. And if I perish, I'll perish. But I'm going to go talk to the king. And I'm going to talk for our people. This message gets sent back to Mordecai. The fasting starts. After the 3rd day, she goes into the king's room and presents herself, and he sees her and he allows her to approach.